Well, hey there, folks. I'm meteorologist Matt Barentine. We are looking at a pretty decent day today, but we are going to be dealing with some showers and thunderstorms that we will have to contend with as we go through the day today. Not a big surprise there, but they'll be scattered about later on. It's been a pretty quiet start to the day, but there have been a few showers in coastal areas. One thing you'll notice here on the big picture is there is a cold front, that blue line there off to the north and west up around Arkansas. That's going to swoop southward. And by tomorrow, it's going to be the focal point of some showers and thunderstorms. And by Friday, it's likely to stall out kind of nearby. And that'll continue to bring rain, waves of rain across our area. And we could actually be fairly wet Friday, Saturday, and even going into Sunday as well. So be prepared for some wet weather here in the coming days. Futurecast for today, quiet at lunchtime. But once we get to about 2, 3 o'clock, we'll see a number of showers and storms bubbling up here on the Futurecast. You can see that. You can see 3 o'clock there, a number of showers and thunderstorms. I'll kind of zoom in. They're all in the what I call the sea breeze zone, so right along I-10 essentially. So what happens on a hot summer day is that as the land heats up, right, so the sun's beating down on the land, that creates hot air, and that hot air rises. Hot air always rises. As that hot air rises, cooler air coming in from the Gulf will start to replace it, because when you start to, that air starts to rise, other air has to come in to replace it. So hot air rises, cool air comes in from the Gulf. Now that cool air from the Gulf has got moisture in it. It's been sitting out over the Gulf of Mexico. So that cool air starts to warm up as well, and it starts to rise in that sort of cyclical nature. So you got the hot air rising, the cool air moves in, that cool moist air starts to warm up and rise as well. That creates clouds and then eventually rain and thunderstorms. And it happens basically every afternoon this summer along the Gulf Coast. It's just sort of a matter of, which areas will be more of the focus than others on any given day. And that's what we got going on this afternoon. So we'll see a number of showers and storms bubbling up here for us today, and that'll continue through the afternoon. But by the early evening, things will begin to wind on down. So scattered showers and storms around for your Wednesday. For the next several hours, temperatures are going to heat on up. Should be well up into the 90s as we get past lunchtime there. So it's going to be a hot day, folks. I mean, we're looking at temperatures in the mid-90s in spots. So hot and humid, and of course, those scattered storms, about a 40% chance. It's not 80% rain chance day. It's about a 40% rain chance day. There is a heat advisory up. I know these things at this point seem very redundant. I get it, but it's just a good reminder, because, we all have days where, we've got a lot of things on our mind. Some things aren't working out for us, and maybe you just forget to grab your water jug on your way out the door, or the kids, they don't have enough to drink, or, they're not staying hydrated. So we can always, even, as used to the heat as we are, you could have a bad day and still end up having to deal with some heat issues. So just want to keep a reminder out there. So make sure you take care of yourself. This evening, after you get off work, should be pretty good conditions here as well. Temperatures in the 90s, then dropping back off into the 80s. Rip curl risk is low through the end of the week and on into the weekend as well. I'll just throw that out there. So good conditions in the surf for the next several days, but not necessarily good conditions as far as rain is concerned. I'll get to that in a second. Today should be pretty good. We've had some rain around in coastal areas this morning. The rest of the day should be pretty good. That's the planner down on Dauphin Island. Temperatures there will be in the upper 80s. Next several days, I want you to notice the rain chances on the increase. 60% tomorrow on Thursday, then 80% on Friday. So what is happening? Why are rain chances going up? Well, we're going to have a front, and it's going to be moving southward. That'll help to increase the rain chances for tomorrow. Then on Friday, this front stalls out. So when you see this frontal boundary that goes blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, that is a stationary boundary. Now, stationary boundaries aren't necessarily, completely stationary. They still move. They just don't move a lot, okay? And they kind of hang around. They kind of just move back and forth a little bit. That's what this one's going to do as we head into Friday and the weekend. And it's going to be the focal point for a lot of rain. So it'll continue to rain on Friday. Probably a good bit of the day, there's going to be rain chances on Friday, and good rain chances. So Friday very well could be a washout. Saturday could be a washout as well. There could be a good bit of rain around. So I would just say, as you make your weekend plans, plan to have some alternate plans in case it does turn into a washout. And of course, you can download our Fox 10 weather app. We got a free radar on there, and that radar works very well. Hopefully, it won't rain all day long. We can sort of get in and out of the storms, and that way you could still enjoy your weekend. And that rain will likely last right on into Sunday. So high rain chances Friday and through the weekend. I know it's going to be kind of a bummer for the rodeo weekend, but we are going to have to watch out for some showers and storms. Now, the actual conditions out on the Gulf will be good. Protected waters will be good. So for folks fishing, all that's good. Winds are light out of the south. Seas are only around 2 feet. The issue is going to be the rain chances. And once again, I would just say download our Fox 10 weather app. Hopefully we'll find some windows in there to where you can get out there and catch your fish. Hopefully get one big enough to take to the weigh station. Here's your 10-day forecast. So it's your long-range forecast, and you'll see those big rain chances over the weekend. And it looks like next week will be pretty rainy as well. So we're going to have a pretty wet forecast here for the next week and a half. The silver lining to all this is the temperatures. You can see here as we go from Friday on into the weekend and the next week, upper 80s for highs rather than low to mid 90s. So that's the improvement there. That does help us out. We'll have the rain around, but it does keep the temperatures cooler for us as we look in the long term. All right, thank you so much here for following us here on our Fox 10 Gulfstream Sitter. Hope you have yourself a wonderful Wednesday, and we will catch up with you soon. Bye now.